Have you ever wondered why those in the public eye seem to have such a challenge staying in a relationship? Let's talk about it. Hey family, my name is Jomo.
I'm Charmaine.
We come together with real, raw, and relevant conversations dealing with relationships.
That's
Today's topic we're dealing with, why is it that celebrity couples struggle to stay together?
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I was just thinking, as it pertains to celebrity relationships, just in general, not everybody could relate to being a celebrity, but I was even thinking on the lines of if you are a couple and you have a lot of relationships that you're juggling. So, for example, if you have a lot of friends, they could be single friends that you knew before you were in a relationship, or maybe you were in, you have a lot of couples, that are with you and your husband all the time. And you're juggling all these different relationships or friendships, and then you're in your marriage, how that makes your marriage more complicated as far as juggling your relationship with your spouse and then juggling the different relationships you have with all these other people, and how that affects your relationship. Because sometimes we allow what other people's opinions are to influence how we treat our spouse and the opinions we have of the things that they do. Like, you may be more tolerant of your spouse doing certain things if it was just you and him, whereas now you have this group of people that have opinions about what he does or how you respond to it, and now it affects how you think about it.
Okay.
And how you respond to different things.
I think you have to be very careful with who you fellowship with and which fellows you allow in your ship. Meaning, you got to be careful which few you have in your crew.
Right.
We have to be mindful that a relationship is an investment of time.
Right.
So, if I have too many relationships that are not my primary relationship, it takes away from my primary relationship.
Right.
Not saying you can't have friends, but we have to make sure that the primary relationship, the artery of my life, the artery of my heart, is clear and working.
Right.
If not, you're going to have a problem. So we have to be mindful of the people we surround ourselves with, because if not, if everyone's single, if everyone's doing certain things, it may influence you in the wrong direction.
Right.
Now,
I think also with in regards to like just being popular or having a lot of friends and relationships around you, too, is being mindful of the amount of time you're spending with your spouse. Like, for example, celebrities, they're traveling a lot, they have a lot of appointments, they have busy schedules. If you find yourself, you may have children, you have your single friends that you hang out with, you have your married couples that you hang out with your spouse, and you have this really busy schedule, you're not really spending as much time as you would in your relationship.
correct.
If you didn't have all of those others things attached
I
to your
think you
relationship.
have to be able to prioritize a structure. And I think a lot of times with celebrities, many do not have a biblical construct of marriage.
Okay.
Okay? So with that being said, you don't have the foundation principles of a marriage. Marriage is of God. God created marriage.
Right.
So how will I be successful in a constitution that God created without God being a part of the constitution?
Right.
So now I struggle with certain aspects, and in the celebrity world, there's very powerful men and powerful women. Some
Right.
women make more than men,
Right.
and now you have an uneven structure. And with that uneven structure, I have money too, boo.
Right.
I
And I
make
don't
money
need
too.
to be with you. I don't need to be
I
stressed
don't,
out because of
I don't
you.
need you.
And- right.
So now it goes to the ability to both live separately without each other, without
Right.
worrying about bills. And I know
Awesome.
there's a time where two broke people, they're gonna stay together because they have to figure this out. Because ain't nobody can live by
Right.
themselves.
And
But-
you can't even afford a divorce.
Correct. You can't afford a divorce. Whereas now, we see the Bill Gates and the Jeff Bezos. I think both of them top 5 wealthiest people in the world getting divorces and just cutting their losses.
Right.
Which is what it is. But we have to be mindful that celebrity does not mean covenant. Celebrity does not mean commitment.
Right.
And just because you're popular, and sometimes the marriage is all a show. It's all it's a continuation of a show.
Right.
I don't know how many.
And it helps with their popularity.
Correct.
And they
Correct.
may even, their career may even do better being with another person that maybe have more celebrity than they do.
I mean, it's amazing. I know some of the most beautiful women in the world. They just be turning. Dudes too.
Right.
I mean, I know J-Lo, I know Kim K. I mean, they dropping like it's hot, you
Right.
know, and it's just on to the next.
Right.
And, you know,
I read an article recently about how, because of course, since Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
no, slap the hell out of Chris Rock. Even the slap him.
Since that whole thing happened, so many articles are now coming out from the past about Will and Jada's relationship. And one of the articles that I read that came out was saying how Jada got with Will to boost her celebrity so she can get more jobs in the acting world because he was more popular than she was when they were dating. But I was also thinking about how there's so much more pressure, or not even pressure, but more temptation when it comes to infidelity when you're a celebrity, because everybody wants to be with you. Everybody wants a piece of your celebrity or your fame, and they're drawn to you because you're popular.
It's amazing. Yeah, the temptation level is incredible.
Right.
It's out of this world. I mean, I'm not saying I was a celebrity, but I was something like a celebrity for a season of my life. And the stuff that come at you, the opportunities come at you. If you don't have God,
right.
I mean, I can't imagine some of the friends I've known who are in movies, and you got to kiss a beautiful woman, and you kissing, and you got to do a nude scene or something like that.
Right.
And all my friends say,
and you haven't seen your wife in months.
Yes.
Yeah.
My friend says, Jomo, he told me. He says, man, I'm doing this season with this beautiful woman, and I get an erection, and we sitting there, and you got they put all kind of stuff to kind of cover you up, but the point is, you're aroused.
Right.
And he said, after that, that scene, we went back and to the dressing room, and she said, let's hook up tonight and finish it.
What?
Yes. Let's finish it.
There'd be a misunderstanding.
What you mean?
There would be a misunderstanding.
What you mean?
That is wild, but stuff like that happens.
No.
And it puts more, so like, the more you put yourself out there, the more you're hanging out with other couples, you're doing other things.
No, but
you're opening yourself up to all these different things.
Think about it.
It's not just celebrities.
What was this movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah.
What happened?
Right after that, Brad Pitt and what was it? Angelina Jolie got together, and he divorced Jennifer Aniston.
Listen, you ain't finna be rubbing the ball on me like that. And they had that one scene in that spot, and they went from that scene to the bedroom. Then they went to the bedroom to marriage. Went from the marriage to the carriage. And after the carriage,
they got a divorce.
They did.
They got a divorce because he shouldn't have never left his wife. You should have still been with Jennifer, Brad. You already know that.
So I think that, and this is not, I mean, think about it. We like, one of my shows I watch is Morning Joe. Okay?
Right.
Morning Joe. Okay. The show started off, they both married to separate people.
Yeah.
But guess what happened?
Now they're married
to each other. They
yeah.
both got divorced. Why?
Yeah.
Because see, when you spend time,
Joe and you touching my boob. Go on.
When you spend time, when you spend a lot of time with people,
right,
you're making an investment.
Right.
Whether you believe it or not,
right,
you're making an investment. And guess what? Morning Joe, they got to get up at like 4 o'clock every morning. Imagine you with a person every morning, 4 o'clock for 5, 6, 7, 8. Before you know it,
you built a relationship.
And now you spend more time with the person that's on that, because they're both celebrities and they're both multimillionaires.
Right. They're spending more time with them than their spouses.
And before you know it,
they're together.
They're together. So, and it happens.
You have to be very intentional about the people that are important in your life. You spend the most time with them.
Yeah.
You spend the most time with with God, right? You spend the most time with your spouse. You spend the most time with your children. You spend the most time with the people that are most important to you. So if you find yourself spending the most time with, and a lot of people hide this kind of thing with saying, oh, he's just my friend.
Correct.
Oh, she's my friend. And it's the opposite sex. And now you're spending more time with your friend than you are your spouse. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I just know that celebrities are more prone to fall in because it's the drugs, it's the It's the excess.
Right.
And when you're a celebrity, no one says no to you.
Right.
So you're not used to rejection. Everything's yes.
Yes.
And then it's an easy yes. And then, things happen to you. I remember when I was playing football, the amount of women that would be in a hotel, just in the lobby.
Just waiting for you.
Just waiting for me.
Right.
Not me personally, but waiting for people.
For the football players.
Yeah, waiting for that.
Right. They didn't care who it was.
It was overwhelming.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I told, I spoke to friends. I said, man, those who don't know, I said, bro, if you can get through that gauntlet, God bless you.
Right.
I said, because not many can, and you have to put up guardrails. So if you are a person that has success and you have certain things, you have to be mindful that the enemy is trying to take you down.
Right.
And if you don't understand what you're dealing with, you will fall.
Right.
Period. Every single one will fall.
That's
so
right.
we have to be mindful. And for those non-celebrities, listen, he coming for you too. The devil trying to come steal, kill, and destroy.
That's right.
So we have to be mindful to not open doors that we can't close.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was just a really nice discussion that we were having. I was just thinking about, relationships and the type of relationships that you need to choose to be around and relationships that you should choose not to be around. Maybe you're spending more time with people outside your marriage than your marriage.
Correct.
So you just need to be more aware, because things that you see on TV and things you read in the tabloids and stuff like that could be you if you're not being careful with the time you decide to spend with other people outside of your relationship.
All that glitters ain't gold.
Gold.
All right. Love y'all. Love,
laugh, and learn.
Be blessed.